What do you need to know to be at your fundraising best this year? In this video, I'm going to share some quick tips in 2 minutes or less that you can put to use right now. I received an email question the other day from someone named John, and he writes, "We're a small nonprofit and I'm a development staff of 2. What's the most important thing I can do to make 2019 better in terms of revenue?" What we saw happen in 2018 was the disappearance of the mid-level donors. Those are donors who typically commit anywhere from $500 to $5,000 on an annual basis. And they are most likely the ones who were affected by the fluctuating stock market and the changes to the tax laws. So in 2019, there are actually 2 things that I would consider the most important. The first is to make sure that you've got a strong development plan that maps out a very clear roadmap for how you are going to build revenue growth. Not sure what goes into a plan? Join me on January 30th for my donor search flash class. I'll put the details in the comments below. But the second most important thing is to build an engagement strategy for your mid-level donors. Now, only you can tell who your mid-level donors are. So run a report from your CRM and figure out who's been giving in the middle of the gift range of your current donors. You might actually include some of the most recent fiscal years, so maybe the one previous to your current donor base, just to ensure that you're capturing the widest net. Then make sure that in your development plan, you've got a very clear set of tactical activities that deepen the connection with them. Thank them through personal phone calls, personal notes, board outreach. Report back to them. Tell them how their gift made a difference through newsletters, once a quarter, e-updates, stewardship events, and get to know them. Survey them on a wider basis to understand their motivations, but then pull out the top 10 to 15 or maybe even 20 and build a strategy to get to know each one of them. Now, I know you're going to say, I don't have the bandwidth to be able to get out of the office to do these donor visits. But fundraising is really about relationship building and stewarding these donors in person, having conversations with them to understand who they are, tell them about your organization, find the alignment for deeper connections will result in renewed support, probably upgraded giving, and maybe a major gift down the road. That's the best ROI of your limited bandwidth. So drop me a note in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think, what's worked for you. And if you have any questions you'd like me to cover, put them in the comments or DM me. Until next week,